Hey there, this is the College Investor Audio Show. So glad you're hanging out with us today. Let's take a look at this article. Education Department tells borrowers to expect repayment, not forgiveness. Interesting. Before we get to that, quick reminder, anytime you hear a podcast, there's an article right along with it. Dive deep into every topic we talk about at thecollegeinvestor.com. Also, like, share, subscribe, all the clicky things you got to do on social media. We'd love to connect with you. Just search for The College Investor, and you'll find us. All right, more borrower loan stuff going on. Undersecretary of Education Nicholas Kent, he told an American Enterprise Institute audience just recently that federal student loan forgiveness is not happening. That's a direct quote, highlighting the administration's tone as it moves toward defaulted accounts to the Treasury Department and kind of winds down that whole save plan thingy. This comes from a live stream Q&A session, which marks one of the most public conversations yet around the massive changes to student loans coming this year. Here's why it matters. Kent's remarks are the clearest signal yet that the Trump administration intends to get the $1.7 trillion federal student loan portfolio back into repayment after nearly 6 years of pauses and false starts. For roughly 42 million federal student loan borrowers, the near-term question is simple. Which repayment plan are you going to choose, and how do you avoid default? We have all of those answers for you, by the way. You don't need to stress about this. Here's what Kent said. Speaking at the American Enterprise Institute, again, this was on April 23rd of 26. Kent opened with an unusual apology. Direct quote, "I'm sorry that you are confused about everything that has happened over the course of the last 5 or 6 years with regard to the federal student loan portfolio." End quote. He pointed to the Supreme Court ruling that struck down former President Biden's broad forgiveness plan as a source of borrower whiplash. And I quote, "What we've been trying to do is explain to borrowers that loan forgiveness is not happening." End quote. That's exactly what Kent said. Now, the policy context. Kent's AEI conversation was framed around the Department of Education's agreement to shift defaulted student loan collections to the Treasury, starting with about 7.7 million borrowers holding roughly $180 billion in defaulted debt. Kent called Treasury no better partner for managing the portfolio. He steered borrowers at risk of default toward the Repayment Assistance Plan, of course, or RAP, the new income-driven repayment plan option, which launches July 1st of 26. After the OBBBA changes, One Big Beautiful Bill Act changes, most borrowers must choose between RAP and income-based repayment IBR. Kent also addressed efforts to simplify federal student aid and keeping the department's ombudsman's office to handle repayment questions. On default itself, Kent was pretty blunt here, and I quote, "Being in default is not good for a borrower. It's not good for a taxpayer. It's affecting their credit score. It's making it harder for them to buy a house or lease an apartment or to sometimes rent a car." End quote. The other side. Some policy analysts have flagged that RAP can produce higher monthly bills than SAVE for many borrowers, with some payments rising by hundreds of dollars. Senate Democrats have urged Education Secretary Linda McMahon and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to rescind the Treasury transfer, and former department officials have warned the handoff could complicate rehabilitation paths for defaulted borrowers. Let's just connect the dots for a second. The College Investor has been tracking the student loan situation for a long time. There are 7.7 billion borrowers already in default. That would be the entire population of the world, roughly. I said billion, I didn't mean to. All right. There are 7.7 million borrowers already in default as collections resumed. The SAVE plan forbearance is ending this summer. The RAP plan launches July 1st, alongside IBR, as the only two income-driven options for new borrowers, and the Senate pushed back against moving the portfolio to Treasury. Kent's remarks here pull those threads together into a single administration message. Repayment is the plan, and borrowers need to act on it. Here's what to watch for moving forward. There are a lot of things happening in the next several months. July 1st of 26, WRAP officially opens. September 30th, Save Forbearance actually does end. Treasury's rollout of collections starts this summer. Congressional pushback on the interagency transfer and any resulting litigation. And so those four things that you're going to be watching, we're going to be watching closely as well. You can always come here and trust the information you receive. Why? Because it's not from AI, it's from human beings. We get our direct information from the humans who know it. You can trust what we're putting out here. If you want to find out more, dive in deeper on this topic and every topic we talk about on the podcast. You can find it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Also, jump on over to social media, connect with us, ask questions, get to know us. We'd love to walk alongside of you and point you in the right direction wherever you are in your money journey. Just search for the words The College Investor. You'll find us. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.